Hello, everyone, and welcome to Encounters USA, your one stop for daily updates on encounters with aliens, Bigfoot, and Dogman. Today, folks, we have got a great show. We have got 3 amazing UFO captures and 1 live Bigfoot capture on a drone video. Or is it? Let's go ahead and take a look. But before we do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of these amazing daily updates. All right, the first one we want to look at is from Lainey and Ben. And I tell you, this is an amazing video. What we have is a passenger on an airline, and they are taking footage of a UFO craft that is hovering right outside of the plane, flying along with it. Now, in most of our UFO captures and UFO footage, the UFO has no interest in the craft at all, but in this video, this UFO, or whatever it is, has definite interest in this airplane. Now, of course, the first thing we can ask ourselves is it real or not? And the first thing that I would look at is look at how the lighting is consistent with the surrounding backgrounds. The sun is off to the left and behind, and that is directly shining on the left or rear of the craft and its rear section. So I would say the sun or the lighting is definitely consistent, and the movement looks good, and it does not have any of the earmarks of being some kind of CGI, but I'm no expert. What do you think? Is this UFO interested in this aircraft? What would you do if you were filming it? Would you be freaking out? I'd be a little concerned. I would want it to just go the other way. All right, our next video comes from the US Sun. And I don't know what you think. I'm just going to show you and take a look. I'm not saying that this is actually a UFO, but it is taken in Mexico, I believe, and it does show some kind of unidentified craft as it descends over a village. Now, it does not appear to possess any characteristics that are different than a normal balloon, but if it is a balloon, it does look unusual. And I don't know, is this a real UFO? Are there aliens on board flying this thing? Or is it just some kind of celebration with a funny looking balloon? Go ahead and leave your comments in the comments section and tell us what you think. All right, the next one comes from Uncle Think Tank on X. Now, in this video, we have the most unusual looking thing I've ever seen. I don't know that this is a UFO. It's not actually flying. It's more or less just hovering, but it looks like a long glowing worm or a string of lights. Now, the person filming it seems really amazed by it, and I would say the only way to pull this off is to actually have this thing hanging off a very, very long string with the boom out of view of the camera, but it does not appear to be the case, as the person who's filming it seems genuinely amazed by it. And my first reaction after the being lowered from a boom kind of thing is that it is a drone like we saw on our Palmdale UFOs. But when this thing hits the water and then it emerges, a drone can't do that, because a drone would be killed by it unless it's some kind of technology that we are not aware of, and that could possibly be it. Otherwise, what are the possibilities here? This does not look like a UFO. I don't think there would be people inside. Is this some kind of life form? Could this thing be actually alive and it's doing some kind of fishing in the dusk? It's a really unusual sighting, and I'd like to know what you think. So leave your comments in the comments section. All right, for our last daily encounter, we have a supposed Bigfoot, and this comes from Cryptid Encounters 8264 on X, and I just want to point out the fact that this is what I will be doing. I will use my... All right, the final sighting we have on our daily update is a Bigfoot sighting, if you will, and this comes from a drone camera, and it is supplied to us by Cryptid Encounters 8264 on X. Now, I just want to point out that this is the thing that I will be doing soon. I will be going out to various places and doing Bigfoot calling and flying my drone to see if Bigfoot shows up. So let's take a look at this one. And as we see, we have an open field and something is running across. So let's look at the specifics and the details. As this thing is running across, it appears to have a very human gait, which, if it were a Bigfoot and a very large Bigfoot, I would think that it would have a different kind of gait. Now, if we look at the length of the shadow, it appears to be either sunset or sunrise, and the effect of the sun on the shadow is consistent with the trees. Now, can we make any determination about the height from the length of the shadow it is projecting? And no, we really can't. Now, the last thing that I want to point out, or the second to the last thing, is that I have never seen a Bigfoot run in any of the supposed videos, so I'm not sure that they do, but I have seen them take very large gaits, and I just don't know that this is a Bigfoot because it really looks like a human being running, and a Bigfoot would be taking much longer gaits. And if you time it, the area that it covers about maybe 30 yards in the last section, which I was timing by counting 1,000, 2,000. It covers about 30 yards in about 6 seconds, which is not amazingly fast. So the last thing I want to say about this is that this Bigfoot supposedly goes into the woods, and if I were the drone pilot, I would continue looking for it to see where it went. But in this case, the drone pilot seems to cut off the camera, and we don't know where it went, but I would have continued my search for sure, because if that thing is in the woods, especially with the drone I have, I can point my camera right down and I can find that thing. So what do you think? Is this real or is this a hoax? All right, everybody, this is your daily encounter for September 19th, 2024. If you like what you see, or if you want to see more daily updates, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go visit Encounters USA for podcasts, product reviews, interviews, field research, and great merchandise. All right then. So remember what we always say at Encounters USA: if you see aliens, UFOs, Bigfoot, or Dogman out in the woods or wherever you are, always watch your back.